Howdy, boys and girls. Welcome back to more Stanley Parable. This is new, so it seems to have found a new question to torture me with. But I'm slowly beginning to realize I would absolutely be Stanley. Like, as the developers are giving me these actual little things, I'm just following rules. Like, what? No, just friends. Just friends. There we go. What? Well, do you mean the number or the Roman numeral number? There we go. Thought it would do that to me. Until you stop adjusting. All the way. More appealing. Scrumptious? That's not how you spell scrumptious. I like this one. I don't even know how to say that. Occuboinkle. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. I just do whatever the hell it says. Yes, I do. Will we ever truly know? I'd assume so. It's a yes. Time is a yes. Don't you know this? Well, duh. Okay, that's a little weird. Well, I mean, this isn't the last episode, that's for sure. Well, that got very dark. Yeah, welcome back to Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, what did we do last time? Last time we took the lift, right?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Blah, 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 blah.
What did it mean?
So let's...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
What should we do?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
If we go before the lift and take a left... Excuse you? That wasn't... That's new. Well, obviously, new content.
New content?
Well, I can't
What
go
does
that
that
way.
mean? New content.
Whoa, why is that door open? What? I missed something. Was there an update? It didn't update. Why was there another door left? What? Portal? This is very much giving me Portal vibes again.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Oh, yes.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
What the hell?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I haven't even got...
Well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
That's gonna hype itself up to be like either tragic as hell or like super small.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just
It's
the
got no
beginning
buttons.
of a
I'm trapped.
mesmerizing adventure.
I'm trapped. Help! Help! I'm trapped. Please tell me this is a horror
Is
game.
it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or,
Like I want something to come
here
at
we
me
go.
right now.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I don't want to miss anything.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yes,
It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content.
What?
Give me the content,
Oh, it's
Stanley.
behind me. Did I just enter a mental hospital? What? The jump circle.
All right, let's see. The jump circle?
I can jump now. The entire new content, it's just a jump button. I have a limited amount of jumps. If I jump outside the jump circle, I can't jump outside the jump circle. 3, 2, 1. Wait, no, don't tell me this is like the only time I can jump in the game is inside this circle. So what happens if it goes all the way down? Riveting new content, guys. Oh, it's the one light that's on. 3, 2, 1. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Back to the game.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
Nope.
There has to be something else.
Going back to the office. Going back down.
Goodness. Another
Oh,
elevator.
we're going up. Never mind.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's
I like
just
'em.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Yeah.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Don't think you could psych me out,
I
voice.
knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
It's so much cleaner. Thought it was gonna drop me or something.
That's it?
I
Oh,
knew he was
you've
gonna
got
say
to be
something.
kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
What?
I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to
Oh, I
find
thought he
these
was cut
people
out
on
for a
Twitter
reason.
and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
Can you
I built
say
up too
Twitter in
much
a game?
anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Yeah.
If you're still with
It's
me,
not done.
why don't we just reset
No,
the
no,
game,
it's not done
and
yet.
we'll try to get back to what the Stanley
No,
Parable is
no,
really
no,
about.
no.
No frills.
No, no, no,
gimmicks.
no. That's
Just
not
you
it.
and me having a great time together like always.
I forgot
What
to
do
play
you
this
say,
one-handed.
friend?
No. No, no, no. Can you say Twitter in a game? Because I know you can't really say most companies unless they like... Hey, something's different. Something's different. Because that's where I normally see. I normally just see this, and I go forward. Okay.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
No. What? Like, wow, I just hate my boss? Is that what that says? I think so.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, who cares?
Ooh. Okay, so it just goes back to normal game. Okay, so I can actually do this. Hold on. How do I crouch?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, there. Yeah,
You're
I
not a
remember.
dork.
Well, thank you. I stand up here? I can't stand up there. Down the rabbit hole. That wasn't that hard of a drop. Why'd I have to dark out? Ooh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out
All right,
to be?
it's-
Well, it
that's
got me
still what this
thinking
is.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
It-
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
I'm sorry.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Well, this definitely looks cool.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
It's a house.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Was there something special about it? Zone, sweet zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind
old
you of how
Steam page.
wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Total waste.
They just taped over it. Good times. Yeah, I can do all these things still though, right? Like nothing of the normal games actually changed, right? First kiss, my first car, the release of Stanley Parable, 2013. Technically, depending on what kind of clock that is, actual time. Smile because it happened. Trip down memory line. I was expecting a Stanley Parable joke here. I wonder if that's like an actual dollar bill that some guy pulled out of his wallet for reference. What is it? Oh, is that him working at his computer? The demo! The demonstration. Don't play for 5 years. It is impossible to get this cheap. Wonder if anyone's actually gotten them or if it's actually impossible. Probably actually impossible. Wait, are these actual or is it just lying again? I thought that made it to the New York Times. What? Is that one of the endings? What is the woman? Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Oh, I can't go. Literally, this bush is stopping me. Okay. What language is that?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all.
Companies are assholes.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
But that's what I was thinking. Like, companies are kind of assholes. Like, the amount of times I hear, like, a game or a company that's not what I'm currently experiencing, I'm like, are they going to get sued for that? Like, don't... They said a name. Shut up about it. Like, really? You know I gotta... Oh, shit. I thought the stairs fell behind me. Memory zone maintenance. I'm not sure why you put that there. Person of the year, Stanley. It's weird how I can recognize that Stanley without ever actually seeing his face. Yo, is this actually part of the process of making it? Happy button. I slowed down for a second. That was kind of weird. The end is never the end. People play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting you know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything
9 out
else.
of 10.
It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust
The
in
doors.
the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The greatest wealth is memory. What? What about that door? Do I have to go back? Not much choices in this new content.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back.
What?
and have it all over
Fire.
again.
It's not like danger fire. It's like saying there's fire in this pipe.
Wait, hang on.
Huh?
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Cold drinks.
Oh,
What
no.
the heck?
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh,
I
no.
haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, goddamn. Open it in my face.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full
Full
completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Unfunny. Oh,
Trying
what?
to be funny.
I wanted to
Make
read
a
that.
serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that
There's
I
no
can't
light
even
in here. What
imagine
the hell
where
just
I'd have the
flickered?
room to stick them.
Oh, God. Freedom. I'm not used to this. Oh, can I read? I can't read. Oh, okay. Guess not. Oh, that one's good. What about this one?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
So you know it's going to turn itself
This
around, so I'm not going to
mark
make
for
any
my
commentary about
otherwise
the comments.
unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, I mean, it's still a good game. People are just sometimes idiots. What about this one?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Wow.
A skip button.
I wish there was a jump button
Oh, yes.
for more than
Yes,
like
I think we can do
39
that.
jumps.
If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Oh,
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customers.
What's going on?
Yes,
Let me
the
out.
skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered.
no, we're going to listen.
No more listening to me.
I don't want a
ramble
skip
on,
button.
on. No, 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 no.
No,
The
no, no,
Stanley
no.
Parable is a game for the people.
His voice
And
is
if
awesome.
the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead
No,
and
I'm
make
gonna
me
wait.
shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet.
What?
No, until 245.
What?
But the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore...
I feel like I'm having a stroke. I'm
It
gonna
goes
be
on
honest.
For nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story...
Oh god, okay, no, he repeats this.
Have you, and therefore, by becoming...
It literally felt like I was having a stroke.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full
Of
of
repeating.
unnecessary verbal flourishes
Yeah.
and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such
It was not. I felt like I was
Of course,
dying.
need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was
I really want
perhaps less
Preston.
of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made
not
is
what you just
simply
said.
a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see,
No,
it could
you're
in
wrong.
fact be both of these things at once.
No, you're wrong.
That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto...
Don't forget, y'all
just
can
has
skip
a
this
much
whenever you want. I
grander
just
sort of
want to
tale?
hear
It
him.
has a mouthfeel that is rich
Whatever.
with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay,
yeah, I
look,
guess so.
I have a method for exactly this sort of situation. And
Dude,
I
how
do
much do
find
they pay
myself
this
in
guy?
situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
I
All
bet.
right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I might be a
Treatise,
child. It's super
manifesto.
immature, but like I really
Treatise,
wanted like see the end for all this stuff.
Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
Of the button.
The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will
Oh.
say about this, and whether
Oh, is
they'll
that the-
edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change
They-
some
they
of the
won't.
wording, perhaps.
They
To
won't.
be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
Can they?
I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
I should make these
Perhaps
clocks
That would
accurate.
have been the smart thing to check on before I
Yeah.
went about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Really?
Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation.
This is a very
Yes,
popular game.
I think
It's
that's
fair.
quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review.
Maybe
so
not that
the
one.
feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over.
Nope.
How about-
I don't want to listen to this one.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through
What?
is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well,
What?
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's unendurable by any means, but well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest
Oh, I see where
we
this is
not
going
press the
again.
button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Yeah, really.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain.
I got too
there was
stuck
one
listening
here
to him.
before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to
Well, then button it
please
is.
step away from the
Oh.
skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button.
He said that kind of perfectly.
Before, wasn't there? I
Skip
swore
button.
there was. Where did it go? Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
12
12
hours.
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
God,
You're
it's dark.
back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
What
I've
was
been
that
sitting
noise?
here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak.
Is this going to become Portal? Because in
But
Portal 2 it
that's
just skipped ahead in
how
time by,
it's always been, right?
I don't know,
Me
thousands of
talking,
years.
and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Yep. So have fun. Oh, we are torturing this guy.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the
I'm
past.
just
And when
gonna...
that feeling had begun.
What was that noise? My skip button's dead. Did my man die? What? What? Friend? The smoke alarm's going off. The smoke alarm's going... Oh, oh the plant's dead. Yeah, I don't want to hear that any longer, that's for sure.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point.
What?
It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the
No,
world.
speak to me,
As
don't
though
just
there were no
ramble. Okay.
consequences for a lack
Okay,
of
okay, okay, okay. You better, buddy? Drip? No, I heard drip. Something be dripping off the corner. Well, see, if this is slowly getting longer, it's already been like, I don't know, centuries?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Oh, just more dripping. I thought that was footsteps at first. Jesus Christ, okay. So I don't think the skip button was a good idea, if I had to say. Holy crap. How many... Is it the millennia yet? Oh, that was creepy. Yay! Daylight. Let me the hell out of here. Wait, no, you didn't let me out. You just made it prettier. I wanted out, you know? To the memory zone. Why? Why is everything death again? Okay, we need to get out of this, like, War of the Worlds thing that's going on right now. No, nope, 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 nope. Button. Nope. Nope. Button. I heard dinosaurs. They were coming from that way. Okay, nope. Button, please work. Button, please. I don't want to be out in the desert. Button, please. Oh yeah, I can't tell if I'm walking in a straight line. I have to look back behind me. Oh, wait, no. Oh. What? 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 There was... It was... Okay. All
of his co-workers...
No, it's actually...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What? That's not... But I... Oh, okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. I was so confused because, like, I was actually gonna say that there was not a lot of new content, as weird as that all was. Because if I can fit it in one episode, what's the point? What? Oh, it just skipped past the whole slideshow?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
I mean, not
The
disappointing.
original
It's still
Stanley
going.
Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it
What?
one
What?
step
Okay, no.
even
I don't like
further.
that. Don't...
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
You did not. The end is never the end again. 427.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Actually,
Think of
yes.
all the new territory we'll
If it was
cover
actually a
with
thing.
a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I mean, that would be kind of cool.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Color red.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
So many games just do all these.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a
what it
look
is
at some of the
for.
features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay, but I kind of wanted this new content. I think why it's going so hollow for me, despite it's still funny. It's still interesting. I think the reason it's so hollow for me is because there hasn't been any choices yet. And that's kind of what the Stanley Parable was known for. I just seem like I'm trying to copy him when I'm trying to, like, talk profound about the game.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game is just going to say Stanley. The infinite hole. That's new. The reassurance bucket. Hold on, let's go with this one first.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big,
And
too
of
small,
course,
just right.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button.
It's gonna say something like
that speaks
Steve,
the
isn't
name
it?
of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
All right, moment of truth.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now,
Okay.
the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you
Name
role
button.
play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
All right, guys,
here
name
we
reveal.
go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I'm Jim.
want
I
you
know
to
it, Jim.
Imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all
I'm
the
good. I'm
world's
just gonna leave.
possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
You okay,
Do
Jim?
you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Sorry. I guess I gotta be Jim now. I don't know. What the heck?
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Darn child.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2,
No,
it would
it would not.
still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Yeah. It has to be a side concept. It can't be the whole game. Like the whatever the Huggy Wuggy game.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the
No.
Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Epilogue. What?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. The settings world champion, infinite hole and free achievement. Nope, not doing that yet. Hold on. I just totally autopiloted to the new achievement. Okay, I need to go back. What about the reassurance bucket or whatever? The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle
But
back
I already
for
used my
Stanley
jumps.
Parable 2 as well. It's, oh wait, you already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yeah.
Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Rude. I think I need a new mouse. It doesn't just hold down the button that says Jim. It even changed itself. If I hold down the right click, it stops every so often. This t-shirt is the best new feature. Okay. Please no screenshots for what? Hold on. Bucket. No, was that the bucket? Is this something else?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Cool.
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance
Oh,
Bucket.
God.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease.
Is it
will
not gonna
fill
say
your
anything?
mind
Is it
and
just a
heart.
bucket?
It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket,
Or I
the
can't hold
many
on to it.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Yes,
And to
yes,
be
that's
honest,
nice.
It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it?
Okay, Mr. Joker.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit
Why?
more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I guess I now just have a bucket. Always.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
Why
undecided
balloons?
on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
This one, obviously.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Rude. Oh god, they're everywhere.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
I don't know what that way is. This bucket's starting to get a little annoying. Can you find them? What? You find what? Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
I hate
right
you.
now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
Fix
but
it.
I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world
I hate
who
you.
have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This bucket's starting to really annoy me.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I thought that was going to be like an exit place, but... Infinite hole, let's... Sure. Can I throw the bucket down the infinite hole? Oh, that's what I want to do. Hole like infinity. What? That don't make sense. It like curves around and then goes down.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can
You've
fall
done that
until
a couple
the
times
end
in
of
this
time,
game.
if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see?
Oh.
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Reminds me of Metroid Prime 3 when
Since
you're
you've
falling
gotten
down
to
that
see the
generator
infinite
core thing.
hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
I was about to say.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical
dark
in
again.
nature. It's more of a...
Mo-
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
This is what I
You
get for being
found out,
tenacious.
Stanley. I'm a liar and
mug.
a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as
Just
anyone would
the
actually
two
need.
of us.
Don't you put this on me.
We
Maybe
can
you're
make
the
it
problem.
if we try. Just the two of us.
Look, things got
Just
a little heated
two
there.
of
I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
Castles in
Why
sky.
don't we just put
Just
all
the
this
two of
behind
us.
us and agree to just call the hole
You
mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
You just
I'll
remove
just
this
leave it
bottom.
here when
It'd
you're
be
ready.
infinite.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
They better work. Is this basically explaining why there won't be a Stanley Parable 2? Because there's no real thing they can do to make it a Stanley Parable 2. Yeah, this new content isn't really Stanley Parable. It's just making fun of the player. That's all it is. Which is fun in its own right, but like... This bucket can shut up at any time. It'd be wonderful. Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles.
What do you...
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Is that what that
and
is?
What's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
What the hell is
I
that?
don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, please don't start following me. Oh. 1 of 6? Is there not 6 left? Back into the void. No, it doesn't let me.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
You are
tragic.
here. This map. No, that button says gym. That button says gym. That's wrong. Alright, looks like that's it. What the hell? Big
All
red
right,
screen.
have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yep.
Ready to move on now?
Mm-hmm. What the heck, Stanley?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you
Like a
like all
planetarium.
of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together,
Okay.
and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
Well, no.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version
You
2.
could show it in this little circle, then holy crap.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do
Jump
very much
circle
enjoy
into the
creating
hole.
gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Oh.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Hence the
This,
Ultra
of
Deluxe.
course, with respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
But you
Would it
didn't.
possibly
You didn't put any
work?
choices in
I
it.
suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with
The walls
bold
disappear.
and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something
Stanley.
up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Can I actually... Okay, well, I've taken long enough in this anyway, so I'm out of time. I just wanted to see if that worked. We'll finish up the Ultra Deluxe stuff next time, I guess. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget that like button does wonders for the channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put in the comment section down below. I'll respond to all of them, as long as I'm still a small channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can see more videos like this when they pop up. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you all in the next video I record, alright? Peace.